Hey YouTube, this is David, Richter Scale Studios. I have not done a video in a while, so I am going to catch up here over this lazy Sunday and do a few and put them up. This is something I got, oh god, it's got to be over a week ago. This was an Indiegogo campaign by Cursed Monkey. That's a painting studio or sculpting and studio also out of Spain. And this was the main part of it was this book called Modeling Stories in Miniatures, and here's the writer of it. And then also part of the thing what I funded, I got also a little gallery book also, and then they sent some stickers, and I'm going to come back in a second and go through these one by one, and a DVD, and this is a assembly diagram for an anatomy mannequin, and also comes some weapons and stuff. And I'm going to go through this one by one and show you what I got. It's pretty cool, and I will be back in a second. Thanks. Well, this is the main thing they were funding with Indiegogo. Modeling Stories in Miniatures, Antonio Fernandez Lizazo. And this goes through there, signed by Peak. And there's a little index. Let me pick up the camera real quick. Kind of just goes over different things: scenery composition, sculpting with putty, sculpting with clay, faces, busts, portraits, painting on the story surface, and just some other things kind of covering. You can kind of see where they start with putting miniatures together, and you can see some sculpting done over here. And over on this side, they've already planning out the composition of the piece. It's like a Cthulhu piece. You can see some of it painted already. Beautiful, beautiful artistry in this. And here's some more sections of that piece, how it's laid out. Here's materials and tools. We're all familiar with the different putties we use and bits. A pasta machine, I recently bought one to use with my Sculpey. And clay shapers, just basic stuff to do things. This kind of another thing they have is this wax heater. They use it to cure the clay, which is really kind of cool. Speeds everything up. It looks like a dread knight they've been working on, so they do some 40K stuff besides a lot of scratch building. As you can see, this one is a dog. I forgot the name of the scene, but it's like a dog with his owner or past master in a coffin. And there's one we saw earlier with a droid on it. I'm just going to jump through here. Sculpting with foam from drawing it on your cutting mat, cutting it out, finishing all the other elements, then going in and painting it. Kind of cool. It gives you a lot of inspiration. Here's some more stuff with sculpting and some conversion work. Looks like an Imperial Guardsman with a skull head. It's kind of neat. Applying stuff to plinths, showing you how to score that so you have a better glue adhesion. Some more ways to do some basing. Some really amazing work, how to sculpt a chain. Here's the Old Friends vignette. That's the dog with the owner's coffin. Making rocking chairs, just all kinds of neat stuff. And just fly through here. And there's certain artists of Cursed Monkey, they go through their things, how to sculpt with clay, making a dolly out of some wire. Armature, putting the head on it. Really, really neat stuff. You can see something like the elephant. This really kind of covers the whole hobby, from just us that kind of do minor conversion work and painting to major sculpting and creating figures. Like this is a gunslinger sculpted out of looks like green stuff or milliput. And they're how they bake them in the oven. There's a clown from green stuff sculpture with on a base to completely painted. So this is this amazing little book I've got. I'm glad I picked it up. It's going to always be something I can refer to for some inspiration and painting tips. That's a beautiful, that night how it's painted. It looks like an illustration. So that's going to be it for this book. I'm going to go to show you the rest of the stuff that came into the, you saw that earlier, there's the elephant that we saw earlier being sculpted out of green stuff. And we'll be back in a second. I'll show you some more of the stuff. This is one of the other things after they did some goals. They were able to produce this selection of Cursed Monkey Works Gallery. This is amazing stuff for inspiration. Sergeant Connor, Iron Man. I'm just gonna kind of quickly, this guy's awesome. This is Al Capone, like a steampunk pig centaur with a 1930s gangster character. Just all their amazing works. This is something done by Cristina Menendez. This was all sculpted, and these are all the characters of the Cursed Monkey crew as she portrayed them in this sculpture and vignette. The gift. This is some amazing stuff. They do so much different things. Let's skip more pages. I just want you to go check this out. Remember, Cursed Monkey. Oh, there's that White Knight again. There's a Goblin. This is a lot of inspiration. There is a female Inquisitor. There's a big bust of like an orc mech. A lot of people have seen this dwarf coming out of that walkway. That's what he looks like. And they actually show, there's a couple where they have miniatures done in different color schemes. Kind of cool. And this is some of their basic artwork stuff they are showing off and getting concepts for sculptures. Really, really cool stuff. One of my favorite movies, Blade Runner. There's Daryl Hannah's character. There's Hellboy. There's Conan. There's some of their sculptures again. And this is the crew from Cursed Monkey. So we'll end it right there, and I'll show you one. Here's one of the goals it came with. That was the monkey tutorials, and let's kind of get through show you what they have. I'm not going to open any of them up. This is probably all copyrighted. But that face painting tutorial with a brush, face painting with a airbrush, sketching a face, and painting leather. And they have one more page of stuff you can see. And then they have painting realistic metals, so using metallic paint to paint metal, non-metallic metals, and sculpting a sword. So some kind of cool little video tutorials you can always use. And then that is it for the DVD. I'm going to come back and show you the little mannequin they sent, and we'll wrap it up from there. Thanks again. We're going to finish up the unboxing here, and I just want to show you, this is another one of the stretch goals for Cursed Monkey's Indiegogo campaign for their book, Stories in Miniatures. And I'm just emptying out the packages right here. This is kind of really cool, actually. Kind of build your own miniature, or I guess that's what. Yeah, I guess it's like a 54th scale. So there's what the little guy looks like. There's the instructions on the back. Well, I guess you would have to fill it in. You have to put in some use 6mm miniature. So you have all these nice resin casts. You have a head, you have a torso, and looks like the hip section. I have a fist here, and it looks like a foot broke off. That's right there. and you have segments of the thigh and forearm and calf. Same thing on this opposite side. You have a second head. And this is kind of cool. You have a shield, nice resin shield, and some weapons. You have a really two-handed sword, a one-handed sword, and a one-handed axe. So that's kind of cool. Oh, it looks like we have, where would that go to? Maybe, maybe that's supposed to be like a dagger. Almost looks like a spear, but I think that's a dagger. So you can use that too. So this is kind of cool. I really love those books. There's a lot of inspiration on those. Something you can just pick up and see their techniques and put it in your own repertoire of painting. So as usual, thank you for joining me on this little unboxing. And don't forget, it's Cursed Monkey. We've probably seen a lot of stuff on Cool Mini or Not and on other websites. So they are pretty well known within the community. So I will see you in the next video, and thanks again.